All right, everybody, welcome to HGR Live on a Wednesday night. Garrett Jenkins here with the Raging Idiot Racing Network bringing you coverage tonight. Possibly computer issues might affect the stream tonight. It is a disclaimer. Not saying that it will, but just in case everybody's wondering what's going on, that would be it. Tonight's race brought to you by Fanatic Clean, Green for Clean bonus. And of course, what the bonus will be is if we can go caution free the entire race, not a single yellow, there'll be an additional 2 spins for the drivers that do not cash out tonight. Matter of fact, we'll bring up the man leading the practice starts right now. Tim White, Garrett Jenkins up here in booth, buddy. Got a copy?
Hey, buddy, I got you.
Buddy, right now sitting on top of the practice charts, I do want to mention that you are one of the reasons why Fanatic Clean became a proud sponsor of the High Gear Racing Series. Can you take us through the negotiations for that, and really what was the persuasion behind it?
The company Fanatic Clean, it's a company that's one of my vendors. They do all my janitorial services for my commercial portfolio, and I was talking to Jimmy Crow about, they were just talking about how they could get some green flag runs, how they can get some green flag pit stops. Amazingly, we had unlimited fast repairs in our last race, and we got a green flag pit stop, but the whole point was to try to incentivize these drivers to race a little cleaner, try to give us a clean race throughout. And I immediately thought of my buddy over there at Fanatic Clean, Roy Rittberg, and his wife Lauren. Asked him, hey, you want to sponsor something that'll incentivize some clean racing? And it's pretty cool. And what better way to get a janitorial company to sponsor a green for clean run. So he agreed to do it very happily. He watches every one of these races now, and he's hoping to get it paid out.
All right, buddy. And as for tonight, with just under 3 minutes remaining, what's the plan to get to 239 back to victory lane?
Well, pretty much the same as everybody. We're just want to keep the car clean, try to stay up front, not get into too much trouble. If we have a green flag stop, have a good pit stop, and just try to be there at the end. We know how these things tend to end sometimes. So, if you're in 7th, 8th place, you get some wrecking in front of you, you might end up in the front. So that's the strategy here, and that's the goal. And
for the record, it's called
Fanatic Clean.
Fanatic Clean. All right.
Fanatic Clean, yes, sir.
All right.
The more dirt, the better.
Fanatic Clean. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I will try to. You know how I am with names, so I hope you taught him that.
That's all right.
But, all right, buddy. Well, Tim White, best of luck to you. We'll let you get ready for qualifying coming up here, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, now Tim White, top of the board. Michael Wingo, Jason Branch. 661 of Joey Gladia or Gladity. I need to really get with him, but and then there's Quentin Stanbach making his return right now, right out the top 5. James Ware and Michael Barksdale, Richard Elliott are the 8 drivers who have posted a lap here in qualify or practice. A bit of a small field looks like on hand. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ought to be a pretty good run for HGR tonight. So right now, 53 seconds remaining. There is Quentin Stanbach making his return. We'll actually try to get a quick word with him real quick. Quentin Stanbach, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth, buddy. Got a copy?
I do. How's it going?
It's going good. Ain't heard nothing out of you in a while. Welcome back on your return to HGR. And what better way to make a return than to get a win tonight? What's it going to take for the 22 to pull off a victory tonight?
Well, I've been away for a little while. Maybe a week or two. I just haven't done a lot of money racing. So I think I'm just gonna kind of take it slow. I don't feel super rusty, but we'll see when everybody else gets out on the track. I'll take it slow at first. If I start feeling good, you might see me make some moves towards the front.
All right, buddy. Well, I hate to cut this one short, but I'll sit here and let you get ready for qualifying coming up here in about, give or take, about another 5 seconds.
No worries, thank you.
Yes, sir. Quentin, stand by. Get ready for qualifying. Let's see. Well, drop them in wrong chat. So right now, as things get ready to go here, and we will introduce another sponsor coming on, HGR. That is actually going to be the sponsor for qualifying along with the races. JW Paints Graphic is the sponsor for tonight's qualifying run, and right now Tim White on the track now to post his first laps. Well, really first lap. So right now is White. He'll be the first one to post a lap, followed by the 661 to Joey. You got Michael Wingo just run out on track. James Waring. We speak about all that, but we ain't even talked about the driver going for the pre-spin bonus. Reset it back to $20 after Joshua McCullough won the other night. The $200, it resets back to $20, and Jeff Merrick will now take his crack at the pre-spin bonus. Right now we'll focus back in on Tim White. Well, right now, 25.5. Right now, White will be the first one to post a lap. The time to beat will immediately be challenged by Joey coming up. Right now, identical lap times of 59.21 for Tim White as the time to beat. We'll focus in on Joey. Survey says it is faster at 51.056. It is not. Right now, Michael Wingo up next. He'll be the next one we see coming off the banking. Down through the tri-oval, Michael Wingo's time. Is it enough for the pole? 51.169. It is not. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to catch her on both, but James Waring and Quentin Stenbach at the line. Waring's lap. Good enough for a second. Stenbach top of the board with a 59.03. Jeff Murray now immediately to challenge it. Murray top of the board. 58.57 for Murray. Barksdale will slide in right behind him with an 8.85. Right now, Danny Barnes will just catch the tail end of Barnes' lap. It is good enough for 7th. Richard Elliott. Well, for Elliott's been a great handful of pole positions and second place starts here in the past for Richard Elliott coming off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Assume when you say that, you're trying to get me to say Galati. Well, Richard Elliott's time, not Not good enough for the pole. It does not appear to be. Even though faster sector 2, it is not. But good enough for second quickest. Went at 8.72. Right now, 33 seconds to go. John Darnell. And with 29 seconds to go, he probably ain't going to get back to the line. Well, that'd be the case. Jeff Merrick on pole for tonight. Wouldn't you know it? We'll Jeff Merrick on pole for tonight. See if we can't get a quick word with him. Jeff Merrick, Garrett Jenkins up in the broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Well, buddy, after the reset, going for $20 extra due to the pre-spin bonus here. So what's it going to take to keep the 60 out front?
Oh, hopefully I don't die, because that thing has been a jinx for pretty much anybody that gets it. So,
well, it was till Josh McCullough the other night. But
yeah, I'm trying to make it out between you and Jimmy. You know how Jimmy is. He can be a little long-winded sometimes.
Yeah.
So trying to hear you and hear. He's kind of loud tonight for some reason. I'm not sure.
Jim, you know Jimmy's always a little loud, but
I just hope keep it in one piece and see what happens.
Do you feel like? Well, what do you feel like? There's enough drivers to where we could possibly make it to a green flag pit stop. If that's the case, what's going to be the most important, getting on or getting off the pit road?
Both. You can't speed. You really can't lock the brakes up and get swirly, get ran over, and then leaving pit road. Track temperature 70 degrees, so we really ain't going to have to worry about tires. So shouldn't be that bad getting on and off. Should be pretty easy.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing, and maybe you'll walk out here with a little $20 extra.
All right, Jim, Bob, appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Jeff Merrick starting from the pole tonight. See if I can drop him on. That being said, run through the starting grid for tonight's event. So Jeff Merrick on pole, Richard Elliott, Michael Barksdale, Quentin Stanbach, James Ware in the top 5. Tim White, Jason Branch, Danny Barnes, Joey Gladio. Gonna take some practice. Michael Wingo, Joey Massowitz, Austin Green, the fast 12. Bradley Stethane, John Ward, John Darnell, Sean Futrell, Benjamin Elliott, and Joey Allen rounds out 18 cars tonight. Well, yes, he is running out the field in the back. All right. $18 drivers, 42 laps. A typical HGR event. It'll be Jeff Merritt, Richard Elliott bringing them down to the restart zone. We're rolling. Side by side off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Richard Elliott out to the lead early. Getting a push from Quentin Stanbach. Tim White right behind him, followed by Danny Barnes, Michael Wingo. Was the 5 cars on the outside lane. Now Elliott drops down to cover Jeff Merritt. So at the line, give it to Richard Elliott. He'll lead the first laps tonight. Quentin Stanbach looking to the outside. Well, a really key thing tonight is outside lane is going to be the majority where a lot of drivers make their passes down back straightaway. A great run. And really, that's just the key. You're in the outside lane, you're going to get a run down the back straightaway. Seen several races won like that, as a matter of fact. But Richard Elliott hanging strong on the bottom of Quentin Stanbach. Meanwhile, Danny Barnes trying to look to the middle, not able to get there at the line. Give it to Stanbach there, 3x3. Out of trouble with John Warren and John Darnell trying to make something happen that third lane. Down the back straightaway, Ward's actually pulled that outside lane right up to the front, which I'm kind of surprised with 3 trucks. Right now, Joey Massowitz trying to make it a 4 truck up there on the third lane at the line, 3x3. Tim White barely. Goes bad fast Ward back to the front. Gonna try to stay up there, not able to get clear. Here comes Stanbach and White. Back down to the inside. And now Jeff Merritt dropping out of line below the double. Possibly thinking, I don't want nothing to do with this right now. I'll just ride in the back. Danny Barnes now up the middle as White drops down to cover the 22. But Barnes trying to pull Michael Wingo and Austin Green in that middle lane as the outside lane starting to gather a couple more trucks. But right now, Joey Massowitz to the middle. Well, Danny Barnes will lead his first lap of the race tonight. Trying to get more right now. Clear of Tim White if he can take it. White immediately back down to the bottom. Contact between the 64 and the 25. Oh! Bradley Steffen in the wall hard. Michael Barksdale with him. First caution of the night. Already massive damage to the 89 of Bradley. Well, we saw it in the middle of turns 1 and 2, the 89. Kind of all over the place. Let's actually go back and look at it. So well, there's contact right there. A little bit of a shot. The 89 gets into the wall. Kind of makes a little bit of contact with 28. Gets him turned sideways from there. Just along for the ride. You see Barksdale hard into the outside wall with him. No, look at it. Run a little bit more. Right here is going to be a shot to the back of the 64. Really, no harm, no foul. Almost get a 64 and Wingo together. From there to 89. Bradley into the wall is going to come off. Maybe a slight net go to the 89, just enough to get him loose again. The bumper goes flying. He'll make contact with the 28 adjacent branch, and from there, pretty much just along for the ride. He's going to try to save it here. Unfortunately, makes contact with another truck and hard into the safer barrier. Barksdale's going to go down. He'll make contact with the 661 of Joe, and then Barksdale's going to go bam. Sorry, not tonight. The 89 wants. Still on the racetrack, a fast repair will be needed as everybody but Tim White comes into the pits. Kind of interesting. But really right now, the strategy right now is just try to push the field window back as far as you can. Enough cautions as John Ward wins the race off of pit road. You get enough cautions, eventually a green flag pit stop you won't have to worry about. So right now, top 5 as they will run. Tim White, John Ward, Quentin Stanbach, Richard Elliott, and Austin Green. I mean, right now, early cautions, they're never fun. Let's see if we can't pull somebody in to talk to real fast. See if we can't get Bradley. Bradley, Steph, and Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, buddy, just take us through your perspective on what happened. Looks like that pushed it back at 64, maybe got you a little sideways. What was your take on it?
I'm not really sure what happened, to be honest. We were kind of chatting about it. I was just doing my thing, and all of a sudden I'm just bumping off cars. Some kind of weird netcode. That's really not sure. But it's alright. I had to use my fast repair. We'll see what we can do. We got a long way to go. It's just out of trouble at this point.
About to say, is that going to affect how you approach the rest of this race without a fast repair? Do you feel like it's going to hinder the 89's progress for the first half, 3/4 of this race?
Yeah, definitely. We're just gonna chill out and see what happens. We gotta take it easy. So, yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I was wondering about if netcode was going to be a reasoning behind it. We'll just have to wait and see. Well, there goes the little fantastic clean bonus. Meaning that we're already having a caution under lap 5, so there will be no 2 extra spins for drivers who do not cash out tonight. It'll only be 1. So right now to re-rack the top 10 before they go back to green with 34 laps to go. Tim White, John Ward first and second. Quentin Stanbach, Richard Elliott third and fourth. Austin Green, Danny Burns 56. Michael Wingo, Jason Branch 7th, 8th. John Darnell and Benjamin Elliott rounds out the top 10. Actually, throw James Waring in the 10th spot. So 34 to go. Tim White's left 4 laps. Tonight's going to be 5 when he takes the green flag. We're back rolling from Daytona. Oh, there they go, stacking up. Danny Barnes not going under the restart. Branch is involved. Let's see Jason Branch. Joey Massowitz, maybe he's got a piece of it. He does right there on the front. That was so weird. Did Barnes miss a shift? I don't know, but just all of a sudden the truck went and then it didn't. We're gonna have to really look back at it and see. Alright. Re-rack it, I don't wanna know what happened. Well, it's a normal restart. All the trucks get up through the gears just fine, and for some reason out of 7 just does not go. Or if he missed a shift. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I should ride on board the cockpit and listen. The truck just shut off. One more listen at it. One way to get an answer out of what really happens if we can't talk to Danny Barnes real fast. Danny Barnes, Garrett Jenkins up in the broadcast booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, buddy, for what it sounded like, it looks like the damn truck just shut off. Was there any insight into what happened?
Oh yeah, there was an idiot behind the wheel that went from second to first.
Oh well. Well, buddy.
That definitely happened.
Well, buddy, I wanted to ask: is it fast repair worthy? Do you feel like you can fix it without taking the fast repair?
I don't know. I'll let you know here about right now. Oh yeah, it's a fast repair.
All right, buddy. Well, look, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you at the end of this thing. Maybe even talk to you in Victory Lane.
All right, man.
So Danny Barnes, bit of a misshift on the 7's part. That was interesting. John Ward wins the race back off of pit road again. So John Ward 2 for 2. Meanwhile, Tim White will come out of here somewhere deep in the field. Maybe not too deep, about maybe 7th or 8th. So update him here. Yeah, so Tim White from the lead back to 9th under this caution. You can see a top 5 right now as they run. It will be John Ward, Austin Green, Quentin Stanbach, Richard Elliott, and Michael Wingo. The third one to go already under the second caution for the night, 10 laps in. Ward thought about coming back in, but right now, still think it's a little early to consider them to not have another pit stop as Jason Branch and Danny Barnes back into pits. Right now, even though the McCulloughs are not here, MMS has shown up in full force. You'll have Austin Green, Danny Barnes, Jeff Murray going for the pre-spin bonus of $20. Joseph Allen and Richard Elliott. That is MMS's roster for tonight. Dega Pros, much the same. Bradley, Stephen, James Waring, Jason Branch, Joey Masowitz, John Darnell, John Ward, and Michael Wingo. That is for Dega Pros. And right now, as they line up down the back straightaway, it will be a Dega Pro on the inside and MMS driver on the outside. Of course, John Ward led 3 laps tonight. Austin Green, this will be the first time he's on the front row for the restart, has not led a lap so far tonight. But Austin Green has shown he can get the job done in just about any series he runs in. And they approach the Geico restart zone and we're rolling. Ward, a great jump. Unfortunately, might be too big of a jump. We'll have to see here. Well, then by this, Stanbach and Green both are going to get a run. Ward's going to stay at the 22 for the moment. Austin Green, Richard Elliott, John Darnell working the outside. Jeff Murray slides up with them down the back straightaway. Green leaves as they approach turn 3. Richard Elliott almost enough to get down. Austin Green will cover John Ward. And now Richard Elliott has to lead that outside lane. Right now that ain't such a bad task. Just lead the outside lane. You know you'll get the runs off of 4 through the tri-oval. And off of turn 2 especially. You know, unless something happens. But right now, Austin Green will lead back into turn number 1. Mid-28 to go in there to get back to the start-finish line. Down the back straightaway, Elliott not able to form up that run like we saw with Austin Green and several others to start this race. We want to allow Green to keep control of the bottom lane. But right now, I don't think anybody's really going to try to push nothing. Lap 14 already have had 2 cautions. A little bit of contact between the 92 and the 87. Well, right now, it'll allow John Ward to take the lead. Well, Ward will lead at the line, but Austin Green wants to lead back down the back straightaway. Going to try to get that run off the 2 again. He's got it. And you can tell the difference as they go down the back straightaway. Matter of fact, see right there, drawing even with Ward. A great push from Elliott. Almost. Well, if it had been just a little bit stronger, Green would have probably cleared the 92, but that's going to allow Ward to battle back on the inside. Coming off in turn 4. But we know that 87's got a tough, always got a fast truck tonight, but so does 92 and Ward. But really, it is anybody's race to win. Right now, the pre-spin bonus driver of Jeff Murray. Right now, 4 truck in the outside lane. Of course, if you've been watching the broadcast from the get-go, Jeff Murray going for the pre-spin bonus. And the number has reset. Joshua McCullough winning the $200 bonus the last time we were live on HGR. It resets back to $20. So now Jeff Murray trying to become the second driver to win the bonus. Well, he had help on the outside with John Darnell. Unfortunately, the outside fell apart as quickly as he got up there. See Michael Wingo out of shape, makes contact with the 02. They're going to go 3 wide again. United Bradley quietly working himself back up into the top 10. Actually, he's running 8th at the moment. 3x3 with Murray. James Waring's jumping up to that third lane to help the 60 down the back straightaway. And they're making contact, get 4 wide. Stand back on the apron. It ain't gonna work. Quentin Stanton saves it. The caution is out, nonetheless. At least I'm believing that the 22 saved Bradley Stephan has crashed off of turn 4, however. And that'll be done for tonight for the 89. Another meatball, and this time it looks terminal. Well, let's rewind first. Try to dissect everything. What happened to Quentin Stanbach for starters? Down back straightaway. Okay, so Elliott comes down, forces the 22 under the apron from there. I mean, the 22 is going to come back up regardless. Hell of a save by Quentin Stanbach. Caution's already out. Now, what happens to Bradley? We'll have to see. Alright, that didn't really tell us much. Right now, going to go 4 wide. Contact with the 13 of James Waring. No harm, no foul. Caution's out right here. Unsure what happened. Hold up. Yeah, one more time. Hard to say if something happens with the truck, but right there, a bobble and immediately just veers straight into the inside wall. And a massive hit. Well, unsure what happened with the 89, but regardless of the fact, it does not change that the 89 of Bradley Stephan is out of tonight's race. And that will leave 17 drivers with a chance to cash out. John Ward wins the race off of pit road again. Jeff Murray second, Michael Wingo third, Danny Barnes and John Darnell to top 5. And Austin Green will wind up losing 5 spots. So from 2nd to 6th. Well, regardless, as a matter of fact, it would appear Jeff Murray has actually won the race off pit road. Ward falls back to 2nd. And I wish John Ward's always been a great guy to give us a little bit of insight on the fuel. Let's see if we can't pull him up. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Buddy, got a copy?
I got you.
Well, buddy, we're seeing several drivers coming in, topping off with field. The more caution we get is pushing that window back a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. These guys, they're topping off right now, and it's not going to be much. I don't know if they can make it, but I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm going to need a yellow, and we'll probably get some more. But if it stays green, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if them guys that just pit are going to try to save to the end or what. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, as for Bad Fast Ward tonight, what's it going to take to put this 92 right back in the victory lane again?
Just gonna have to just try to stay up front and be precise on the moves and try not to let too many of them get clear here. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm not gonna block or nothing like that, but I'm gonna try to keep her up front and have a good race, good smooth race.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
You got it.
So John Ward restarting from the lead. Unsure what happened to the rest of the field. With everybody else slowly catching up. Leave a lot of them pitted the second time around. So top 5 as they run, it'll be John Ward, Michael Wingo, Danny Barnes, John Darnell. And Joey Glottily. Well, so field's still a concern for a lot of drivers. Be interested to see if some of them will actually try to stretch it with 23 laps to go. It'll be Ward and Michael Wingo. Bring them down to the Geico restart zone. We're rolling. Well, a bad restart for a lot of drivers. Matter of fact, Austin Green's blown it up. So Austin Green goes from second before a caution to 6th and now has blown it up. Let's see what happens to the 87. Wow. Let's back to it one more time. Well, sure, if he downshifted or whatever the issue might be. Regardless, for Austin Green, it is a fast repair and potentially race done unless he gets another caution. As Michael Wingo and Danny Barnes leads off of turn number 2. And John Ward up there on the outside lane trying to get a push from Joey down the back straightaway. Michael Wingo leads. Right now, a couple of MMS drivers occupy that second row. Danny Barnes and Jeff Murray. See smoke still coming from the 87 of Austin Green. Green has gotten to the pits. Is that the line given to Michael Wingo with 20 laps to go? Well, Green already fast repaired and out, back out onto a racetrack. Unfortunately, he'll go 1 lap down. And if there isn't a caution, likely will go even more. But right now, it's Wingo and Ward down the back straightaway, side by side. The Dega Pro right now occupies both lanes at the moment. Right now, Wingo surges back ahead with a push from Barnes. Biggest movers of the race since the start. Michael Wingo up 9. John Ward up 11 spots. Benjamin Elliott, John Darnell 11 and 8 as they stand. Joey Allen up 10 spots. They are your biggest movers since the start of the race with 19 laps to go. Ward down to the bottom again. Covering Michael Wingo. John Ward back out front. Here's your used to seeing Ward riding in the back, trying to save fuel. A little bit of a different approach for tonight. As Ward will come across the line and lead his 11th lap of the race with 18 to go. But right now, 16 drivers still capable of winning this race on the lead lap. Austin Green 1 down. Bradley Stephan out of the race. Right now, fastest lap of the race, Joey Mastowitz with a 46.310. As Joseph Allen looks to the outside lane. Not going to get much help, though. Because right now, Looks like to be a Wingo and Ward show. As I post this question, Ward up to the third lane. Got a question. Why I think it's a bit of a, I think it's too big of a shot from the 25. Regardless, Ward will go from the lead all the way back to right outside the top 10 and 11th. Well, meanwhile, Michael Wingo continuing to lead with 16 to go. Don't cut out. Don't cut out them drivers right in the back. Of course, Ward, but you also got Masowitz, White, Darnell, James Ware, and he's trying to turn the victory lane. Richard Elliott as well. Several drivers, still a lot of time and a lot for something to happen that can bring drivers who have not won and drivers looking to return to victory lane. Oh, there it is! Perfect timing. Unfortunately, a wipe out half the field. Danny Barnes hard into the wall. The 61 of Joey, or the 661 of Joey. There's more. Darnell's involved in it. Sean Futrell, Quentin Stanbach is in it. Benjamin Elliott, a meatball flag. Massive damage to the one. One or 25, every which one you want to call him. Man, oh man. It's going to be a big break for Austin Green. Well, let's go back and look what happened. We're going to enter turn 3 here. 25, just a bad push. Danny Barnes upside down to everybody, wrecking hard. Well, I mean, you pretty much saw it. Just a bad push from Benjamin Elliott. I mean, you got to be careful pushing on the entry to corner, especially looks like the 6. Especially looks like Joey already had damage to the right rear, kind of possibly upset the car a little bit. But from there, that's all she wrote. Then we can't look at what happened up ahead of them. Well, Darnell went hard into about 4 or 5 trucks actually went hard into the outside wall. Let's see if we can't get a look. Well, right there, and then bam, Standby's going to come down and make hard contact. The 6, Elliott's involved in this. Man, oh man. Hate to see it too. Got a lot of these guys were in contention win night. Still got fast repair, still plenty of time to make something happen, but just the fact without having that extra fast repair alone can make it challenging. We're right on board with John Darnell through this. No warning. Well, next we're going to board with Quentin Stanbach, not the return that Quint was looking for. Go on board with him with our nose cam. If I had it made, just ran out of room. That's pretty much all it was. I mean, what can you do? I mean, bad push like that, the only thing you can try to do is just get out the way. Unfortunately, really just nothing you can do. No, unfortunately, it's going to take out a lot of drivers through this. Well, watch here. You see, Quinn's going to see the wreck happening. He's just going to come right down. I know it's out of camera view. Oh, actually, Elliott was already turned sideways. From there, Darnell's just along for the ride. Man, oh man. Well, that being said, new leader at Daytona will be Joseph Allen. Michael Barksdale, Jeff Merrick, John Ward join Massowitz the top 5. Right now, cars out of the race right now. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of them's getting towed, but Michael Barksdale showing he is out. Sean Futrell showing that he is out. Danny Barnes in the pits already has used his one fast repair. More than likely, the night is done for Danny Barnes. Austin Green, Benjamin Elliott, and Joey Galloway. They're the only drivers one lap down, so there'll be a fight for the free pass. Of course, John Darnell will round out the last of the drivers on the lead lap. But Barksdale is back 7. Evidently, it's just a big lag on the part of 00. All right, Allen and Barksdale brings them down. Be 12 laps to go. We're rolling again. Barksdale trying to get Ward to push, and it was a great restart by both drivers. Slightly better for the 27. Right now, 12 drivers still with a chance to win it. 3 looking to get back into the hunt. And right now, 3 drivers out of the race. That'll be Sean Futrell, Danny Barnes, and Bradley Steffen. Ward battling back to the outside. And John Ward trying not to be denied, but Michael Barksdale does have something to say about that. Barksdale holding that bottom lane the best he can, trying to get a push from Allen, Murray, Massowitz, White. Trying to get that bottom lane rallied at the line. Barksdale will lead his first lap of the race tonight. They're trying to go 3 wide. Back in the back, couple lap down cars. Austin Green. Oh, Jerry's Ware's going to go around. They saved it for the most part. Let's go back and look. That was a hell of a save. He did save that. Just put 3 wide in the wall a little bit. Comes down over Richard Elliott's bumper. A hell of a save by Waring. Unfortunately, the cost of it is losing the draft. Knocks Benjamin Elliott out of contention as well. Elliott actually back to the pits as Barksdale almost gets turned through the tri-oval. 10 to go. Sorry, getting intense and right now. Michael Wingo bouncing back to the outside. What a great run that Wingo's having. Oh, it's going to get turned again. They saved it. Somehow, Joey Massowitz still all over the place. But Joey will save it somehow. That's going to shuffle everything up. It will make Barksdale and John Ward a sitting duck because the pack's already starting to get formed up. Being led by Joseph Allen. Going to be 9 laps to go. Allen's going to look to the outside. Stanbach and Murray winning. Joseph Allen out front, down to cover John Ward. Allen back out front. Quentin Stanbach trying to work himself back up there. Stanbach's only led one lap tonight. Down the back straightaway, getting a push from the pre-spin bonus winner of Jeff Murray. And if Murray wants to collect the $20, all he has to do is win tonight. Sounds pretty simple. Going to be 8 to go at the line. Right now. Right now you got Allen still leading. John Ward's led 13 laps tonight, the most out of any driver. And it will appear Ward will collect leading the most laps as Ward now looks to the outside of Allen again. Well, right now, Ward again pushed by Quentin Stanbach. You know Stanbach wants to return to victory lane. Haven't heard a lot out of the 22. Ain't seen him in a while. Making a return tonight, and right now running in second. Trying to get something to happen with Jeff Murray if they can get up there and pull the outside lane, but right now it looks like Ward able to cover both lanes. He'll stay to the bottom with Joseph Allen. Barksdale almost below WL line, so is Elliott. Right now, drivers going to start getting impatient. They're going to start getting frantic. And Stanbach able to lead going into turn 3, but Ward able to get right back to his inside. Only 6 to go when they're to cross the line. And right now, still anybody's race within this top pack. All the way to Tim White and John Darnell. Right now, Austin Green still 1 lap down, trying to get his lap back. Right now, Unsa Seven cannot seem to get no help as they thunder down the back straightaway again. Right now, Allen back to the bottom. Ward went up to cover. Stanbach. Joseph Allen will lead with 5 to go. Right now, Allen's led 4 laps so far tonight. He'll jump right back up and cover Ward again. Barksdale trying to pull Elliott, Wingo, and Darnell on the bottom lane. A great run through the corner. Down the back straightaway for a 0-0, but now outside lane's going to get a runoff. See Murray trying to take him 3 wide. He's going to try to put, nope, not able to. Or is it? Jeff Murray will make him 3 wide. Quentin Stanbach, the odd man out. And now the 22 will go to the back. And Stanbach fall in line right in the 10th spot. As Allen continues to lead with 4 laps to go. Oh, the wrecking big! In the back. Joey Glady. Joey around. This is the second incident of the night for the 61. And he will tow it back and will more than likely be done for the night. A couple other drivers got involved in that. Jason Branch. Significant damage to the front of that truck. He's already used a fast repair, so he's probably stuck with it. All right, let's see what happened coming off of turn 2. Or turn 4, rather. One of the turns. Gonna be coming off a 2 here. Branch looking to the middle, and just ran out of room. Standbot does get a piece of that. Austin Green barely gets through. Branch able to save it. Really, no harm, no foul. And a little bit of damage to Joey's truck. Obviously, you saw the massive hit, the massive dent in the front end of Branch's truck. Everybody just pretty much ran out of real estate. That's pretty much it. I'm on board with Jason Branch here. We'll see. Not sure. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Right on board. He gets to his inside. Gets there. Yeah, maybe Joey comes down a little bit, but honestly, it just was like, from my point of view, they all just right out of room. Oh no, let's see if we can get Jason Branch side of things. Jason Branch, Gary Jenkins up here in the broadcast, but you got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Oh God, there you are. Well, buddy, look like you got to his in from one camera angle. It looks like you got to Joey's inside. Can you just take us through what happened from your vantage point? Did everybody just go for the same spot, or what was your take on things?
Well, I mean, I rode behind him for the last couple laps, and every time he entered the corner, he left that middle lane open. And I mean, we were going nowhere. We're getting down to 3 to go, and I had to make some move. So he went high again. I went to the middle. I had plenty of room, and it just looked like he came back down. My spotter said outside, so he had to have known I was there. But I don't know. It just seemed like he came back down across my nose. And, hindsight, I guess I maybe shouldn't have made that move, but I need to get to the front.
Well, buddy, I do want to ask already, a fast repair been long gone. What's the damage to the 28? How do you feel like it's going to affect the truck from here on out?
Well, as I'm sitting here right now, I got 50 seconds left to fix, and they're going into 3. So hopefully I'll get down to about 20 seconds. And I don't know. We're going to send it. We'll see.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Jason Branch got a little bit of work to do to get back to the front, which will be the first attempt at overtime. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thanks.
With that being said, your leader, Joseph Allen, Joey Allen, everyone she likes to be called. I don't think he'll take either one. Right now, it'll be Allen, Barksdale, Ward, Wingo, and Elliott, the top 5. Top 6, John. 6th on down, John Darnell, Tim White, Joey Masterwitz, James Waring, Jeff Merck, Quentin Stanbach, Jason Branch, and Austin Green, who is still 1 lap down. I got to thank our sponsors for tonight. Fan Tickling, Green for the clean. And of course, there would have been a bonus up for grabs for him if we had remained caution free. The only way you get that bonus is if the race goes caution-free from start to finish. And it'll add 2 extra spins for 2 drivers to get the opportunity to win a little bit of money that do not finish in the top 5 tonight. But unfortunately, there'll only be 1 spin in by JW Paints Graphics. And of course, the owner of that company right now, James Waring, running about the 8th spot, 8 or 10th spot. So big shout out to our sponsors tonight. And we're going to re-rack the field for the first overtime. What a 661 of Joey will join Benjamin Elliott, Sean Futrell, Danny Barnes, and Bradley Stephan in the garage. 12 drivers with a chance to win it, 13 still on the racetrack. Austin Green still trying to get that lap back. Well, it's in the hands of Joseph Allen and Michael Barksdale as the pace car heads towards pit road. We're rolling. The first of 3 overtime attempts. Barksdale, not a great restart at all. Ward almost going to be clear as they enter turn 1. Right now, down back straightaway, Barksdale still not able to close up side by side with Allen. Matter of fact, looks like Barksdale is going to slip back to third as the middle lane starting to fall apart. Right now, they get back to the white. It'll be official no matter what happens. Elliott thought about going out to the top side, but here comes Murray with a run. Jeff Murray trying to become the second driver to win the pre-spin bonus and be the second race in a row in the Rage Idiot Racing Network, where the driver would win the pre-spin bonus. Here comes Murray down the back straightaway. Allen up the block. A great block on the 60. He's going to stall out that momentum. However, it's going to lead the bottom open for John Ward. Barksdale taking it 3 wide as they enter turn 3 for the final time. Oh, Widgar's going to go around. Saves it. But off of turn 4. Does Joseph Allen got anything left? He does not. John Ward back to victory lane at Daytona. Ward second, Richard Elliott. Or Ward first, Elliott second, Joey Allen third, Tim White, Jeff Murray rounds out the top 5. It's another HGR win for John Ward. Well, it's like the 5th or 6th one in this year alone. We'll give John Ward a minute to celebrate. While we wait for him. See if we can't talk to Joseph Allen. Joseph Allen, Garrett Jenkins up here in booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, bud?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Well, what can I say? You had it. You had it coming to the white flag, buddy. Can you just take us through that whole last lap? Is there anything you felt like you could have done different?
Yeah, I could have stayed down there. But yeah, nah, I seen them coming out the outside on the outside with a pretty good run, and thought I'd probably be better off jumping up there, maybe getting a good little push coming into the corner, and then drop back down, trying to be too slick. So yeah, I should have just stayed down there. I had John behind me pushing, and everybody knows you got John back there pushing. You're gonna be all right, at least till you come to the line.
Well, buddy, didn't want to ask a little bit of a wild race for you, but ultimately a very great race for you, up 15 spots from where you started. And just take us through 5 caution overtime attempt. What was it like just riding through that race? We had a couple cautions early, then there was a green flag run, then another couple cautions. Just how does all them cautions really just affect the mood and the mindset for a lot of drivers?
Yeah, we're all out here for the same reason. We want to be racing, not pacing. So that's pretty much the main thing it does. But you know, with this group of guys, you don't ever have to question if it was just an accident or something stupid or something. So, and you know, as far as you know, some of the other, we keep the cautions pretty minimal here, so it's not that big of a deal. In some of the other ones I've ran, you're probably pacing more than you're on the green flag lap racing. So, but yeah, that's the biggest thing with it. We I know that last pit stop we did, I stayed out. I didn't. If we would have got a caution, I don't know. I'd have had to dip down into the pits because I was dry.
Well, buddy, of course, it was a great night tonight, and I do want to ask you, are you really showing us what you got for Saturday nights at midnight?
Oh yeah, man. I like running with them guys too. I got the hey, that one was definitely on me there. I did that one. But yeah, the good group of guys, man. I'm excited to get back out there with them and run this Saturday and try and show them I can do a little bit better.
Well, buddy, I will ask you this last question. And it's not really the most important one, but definitely last but not least. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling the race, man. You always do a great job. Jimmy putting on this little league type deal here that we got. It's great for the great for the community. But I said environment. I've been watching too much news. Yeah, awesome for the community what Jimmy's put together here. And also want to thank Heath Job, who keeps me looking good out there on the track with his paints. And yeah, that's about it. Like racing with these guys, and look forward to doing it more and more and more.
Oh yeah, Heath was definitely in the comment section tonight, rooting on you and several other ones. But for Joseph Allen, it'll be a P3 finish tonight. Get to walk into the last half of the weekend, I wish it was the weekend. The last half of the week with a little bit of money. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got to keep on spinning it though. Got to keep this racing thing going. So it's good when I can get it.
Yes, sir, buddy. Congratulations on your P3 finish tonight. Joseph Allen walks out of here third.
Thank you, bud.
Yep. Of course, coming up next, we're going to go ahead and get John Ward in here. And I believe he is ready for his interview. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, buddy, dominant run tonight, led 16 laps, led to 44 ran. Did it pretty much play out perfectly how you wanted it?
Yeah, I was tempted to push Joey Allen there. I would have probably blew up close to the line, but I was gonna stay and push him. But he decided to go up because they had a big run there, and it just opened the bottom up for me. I just held it to the floor, and Richard Elliott, he did the work. He pushed me, and they never even got close. I think Richard actually even got second there. So, well, props out to Richard there for the good push.
Well, buddy, we did not get the green flag pit stops that we were expecting tonight. Of course, a little bit of a chaotic race, but nothing too bad. Only 5 cautions. But I do want to ask, is it kind of a bummer to you and some drivers that we don't get them green flag pit stops, or is it more a relief that we get the pin on the caution and less chances for a mistake?
Yeah, there was a lot of strategy in this one. If that yellow wouldn't have come out, that was a fuel race. Right after I talked to you guys here in the broadcast, I didn't, when they pitted and I stayed out there, I was going to be short. I went back and I was saving for a little bit, and I didn't know, and I was like, heck with it, I'm just going to go back to the front, and I was going to be short if a yellow didn't come out. So sometimes, you want a yellow, and sometimes you don't. I mean, sometimes, as they say, good race is caution-free, I think 1 or 2 yellows, it won't hurt a race. But it depends. It really depends.
Well, buddy, a great win for you tonight. Is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, let me thank HGR for everything that they've done and accomplished in a short amount of time with Jimmy Crow over there, all the drivers that run over here. It's been fun. A lot of new guys, talent coming up. They're going to be really good here in the future. Just keep on it. Thank Dega Pros, everybody part of Dega Pros, and broadcast crew, you there for doing everything you do, Garrett, and everybody watching.
All right, buddy. Congratulations on your win tonight. John Ward, back to victory lane for what, the 5th or 6th time this year?
Yeah, I can't keep count. I don't.
Ah, crap. Sorry, you can repeat all that. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, you're fine. I don't think they keep a count. He might, but I think it's around 5, maybe 6. I'm not sure.
Well, one night when I ain't got nothing to do, I'll go back and look at every broadcast. I'll get a tally of everybody. So, but for John Ward tonight, win number 5 or 6, we'll call it 6 and keep it even. But good job tonight, buddy. Hopefully we'll talk to you. See if you can go 2 in a row or get that pre-spin bonus.
You got it. Thank you.
Yep. Last but definitely not least, if I can still get a word with him, oh, I can't. Richard Elliott, not available for an interview at the moment. Actually, he's already jumped over there getting ready for that MMS race coming up. Well, that being said, we'll go ahead and go through the final results tonight. So, John Ward, your winner. Richard Elliott, Joey Allen, Tim White, Jeff Murray. The pre-spin bonus will move up in the next race to probably about $40. Jason Branch, Quentin Stanbach, John Darnell, James Ware, and Joey Masowitz rounds out top 10 on down through the field. Barksdale, Wingo, Green, Joey, Elliott, Futrell, Danny Barnes, and Bradley Steffen will round out the field for tonight. As for everything, again, shout out to our sponsors for tonight's race. It's been fun having them on board. And then there's only one more thing that I got to talk about before we head out of here. Bash at the Beach this Sunday. If you ain't got your entry in, go ahead and send it in beforehand. $500 if we get 60 drivers. Again, $500 if we get 60 drivers. 3 heat races, LCQ, 1 provisional, 200 laps, 36 drivers. If we get 36 or less, and I'm assuming we're just going to skip the heat races, just get on to the main event, 200 laps, but we'll figure all that out when we get to it. But that will be August 17th live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. And until then, my name is Garrett Jenkins. This has been the Raging Idiot Racing Network, bringing you coverage of the High Gear Racing Series. And we will see y'all tomorrow night for a Thursday night edition of HGR. Until then, everybody, have a good rest of your week. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow night.